Jose, the Tiger and the Fish, in Japanese is Jose to Tora to Sakana Tachi, is a romantic comedy drama anime film directed by Kotaro Tamura, and it is based off a short story with the same name by Seiko Tanabe. Without going into spoilers, let me briefly describe the story. Tsuneo, an ordinary college student and avid diver, unexpectedly becomes the caretaker of a wheelchair-bound young woman in order to raise money for his dream. This young woman, who calls herself Jose after her favorite book character, is sullen and demanding, but as Tsuneo helps Jose interact with the outside world and learns more about Jose's unique perspective, the two begin to support each other in ways beyond just romance. This is a film I was highly anticipating. I randomly came across its first teaser along with the music video for the film's featured songs on YouTube. The film was set to release in mid-2020 for Japan but was pushed to the 25th of December due to the global pandemic. I first saw the film last month in mid-June at home. I personally got the privilege of watching it quite early compared to everyone else, outside Japan at least. The official release for most countries was supposed to be mid-July 2021. I chose not to talk about the film until now to give everyone the opportunity to see it first. First off, the animation is nothing short of visually stunning. It looks absolutely gorgeous. It looks like it has some manga-esque aesthetics. A lot of animes nowadays are made to resemble the mangas they are derived from, Horimiya and Quintessential Quintuplets being such examples where it basically looks like animated manga. The studios involved decided to follow the trend and I really adore it. The film saturation is a bit bright, so some viewers might point out that as a negative, but honestly I don't mind it at all. This is also like the second anime film I've watched that uses actual brands instead of fake ones or fictional locations, the first being Tenki no Ko or Weathering with You. Another thing I like to point out is, in terms of production or animation, so far I don't really pay attention to those kind of details. What I mean is, if another anime film has better animation than this one, for example, then I wouldn't deduct points just because they're not on the same level, if not better. To me, so long as the film's animation looks good and not awful, then I'm completely fine with it. Hence, watching a film made by unheard of studios wouldn't change my experience for it. Of course, if a film is made by a studio I recognize, then I'll consider it a fun fact, but I just wanted to get that out there. But all that effort certainly paid off because overall this is a great film. It is really wholesome and I enjoyed it very much. The story being told is deep, emotionally impactful, heartwarming. The original writer did a fantastic job incorporating those elements. What I really liked about this movie is how relatable it is. It touches on the subject of reality, how at times it can be harsh, unfair, demanding, and grim, and we all are no stranger to those feelings, myself included. There will be times where we'll be at our critical low. This film expresses how there's more to reality than just meets the eye, and it isn't all just chaos and unpleasantness, that there are aspects of it that are beautiful and elegant, and how one is able to find those feelings if they try hard enough to look for it. And that, in my opinion, is the best part about this movie. While it is a rom-com, it also presents a compelling story and is able to communicate with its audience. The interactions between the characters solidifies that, and it really makes you feel for them. The dialogue was beautifully written and the voice actors conveyed the emotions perfectly when bringing those characters to life. The soundtracks were well implemented, further adding to the emotion of the scenes. The featured songs are also a great addition to the film. As for issues, I personally didn't have many. Admittedly, there were a few characters that did things I felt that were kind of out of character, but it wasn't that bad to the point where it broke the movie for me. Another one I had was how the pacing of the film was good, but it suddenly ends at a particular scene and the credits roll. It did take me by surprise. I didn't expect it to just abruptly end like that. I felt like it didn't give me time to take it all in, but it kind of made up for that with the montage during the credits and the end credit scene. Other people might have more to say about it in terms of negatives, and they'll most likely do a better job than me, but I don't really want to poke and try to find faults with it when I don't have any. It will just spoil the experience. All in all, I really liked the film, and I'm giving it a rating of 9.5 out of 10. I highly recommend this film. There's one last thing I want to talk about, and that's comparing this film to others. I often get asked how this film stands with other highly acclaimed anime movies such as Kimi no Na wa, Your Name. While I can't really blame them for it, I don't really like to compare movies to each each other, because again, I don't want to spoil my experience. I don't want to go into a film and walk out saying it was good but not as good as something else, unless if it's part of a series. Of course, inevitably I will rank films high above others in my mind based on how much I enjoyed them, but I don't let that be the focus when going into it. To that end, I'm saving my comparisons until I eventually make a ranking video for all the anime films that I watch, so you'll see my comparisons there. Guys, thank you for watching, and if you liked this review, be sure to leave a like as it helps the channel. Feel free to comment on what you thought of the film, but no spoilers please. Have a great day and take care.